shall go to chapter 8 on page 295. So the topic of the chapter is Paccaya. Paccaya means the cause of the condition. So the Buddha described that in our universe, only cause and effect exist. So only natural processes which depends on cause and effect exist in this universe. And in this chapter, he described actually two discourses. One is on the, so actually I gave and on the second page, we just go with the two discourses. So you just look in the second topic on that page. There are two methods of conditioning. One is paticca samuppada, that is called the law of dependent origination. So this law describes the cause-effects relations that give rise to a round of rebirth. And it explains very, very beautifully how all living beings in the whole universe and in the 31 planes of existence are not being born again and again. And you are also involved in it. And you know that how you are born again and again. So, and then the second, the discourse is we call Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma is there the Buddha describes 24 forces that operates in our life, in our daily life, or in the process of existence. So these 24 conditions or forces they operate.
咁今日咧，我哋會講第8課啦。咁呢個Paccaya啦，Paccaya咧就係講呢個因緣法。咁佛陀咧講咧就係我哋全宇宙間咧所有嘅嘢發生咧都係有因緣而起嘅，有因有果嘅。咁呢個課咧，我哋就會講兩個唔同嘅方法嘅。第一個咧就係緣起法啦，咁我哋可能以前聽過啦，咁就係呢個12因緣嘅。另外咧就係阿毗達摩入面嘅第7部咧就叫法趣論嘅。咁喺法趣法入面咧就有24緣嘅。
So rather than show the topic, the upper one. So the Paccaya means the cause of the condition thing, and Paccayupanna is the effect or the result of that cause. And in conditioning, it's the conditioned thing that we call Paccayupanna, that is its effect. Now the cause acts in two supportive ways. One, it causes the effect which is not arising to arise. And two, it strengthens the effect which has already arisen.
咁咧，我哋呢個Paccaya咧係巴利文嚟嘅，咁佢嘅意思咧即係因啦，或者緣啦，或者我哋用現代語言講咧就係條件嘅。咁Paccaya咧就係令到一啲嘢發生嘅因啦，或者緣啦。咁咧Paccayupanna呢個巴利文咧意思咧就係產生嘅結果。咁咧呢個產生即係呢個因緣咧，係令到咩嘢產生咧？因緣仲有兩種嘅。第一種咧，佢就令到一啲未發生嘅嘢發生嘅。第二咧，就係話佢令到已經發生嘅嘢咧，就更加增強佢嘅呢個現象嘅。
Now there are two methods of conditioning. So the paticca samuppada that we call the law of
趣法。咁咧或者咧換言之咧就係24嘅願。
So you please go to page 296. To the next page, huh? Just the next page. It is 296, it's correct. So we begin with 295. So now 296. So now we described the first method that we call the law of dependent origination. Now the Buddha he states 11 causal relations, and the first one is avijja, paccaya, sankhara. So dependent on ignorance. This avijja is ignorance. The rebirth producing volition or karma formations arise. Or we can say avijja causes sankhara to arise. And we have to understand what is avijja and what is sankhara. So here we say avijja is ignorance, and sankhara is the rebirth producing volition or karma formations.
咁第一個，我哋首先咧要睇呢個原理法啦。咁第一個原理法咧，佢咧就講咧係源於無明咧就行生起嘅。咁咧行係乜嘢咧？咁跟住呢本書講咧行咧就係、因為無明如痴咧，咁我哋咧令到我哋投生嘅呢啲業咧就會形成啦。
Now we will just explain to you what is avijja. So this avijja is actually this mental factor we call moha. Moha, and we translate it as ignorance, ignorance of delusion. So this ignorance is actually the leader of all evil forces in the universe. And we call these evil forces as immoral mental factors. There are 14 immoral mental factors. So 3 of them are described. So in this Veda chart, the chart of consciousness, so these 3 are lopa, dosa, moha. Lopa is greed, craving, or attachment. Dosa is anger, hatred, or ill will. And moha is ignorance or delusion. They are the roots of all evil. So we say they give rise to immoral mind, evil mind. And we perform evil actions by these immoral minds. So when we perform evil actions, immoral minds arise by billions. And then these minds, as soon as they arise, they dissolve. And they, in each mind, so we say it is a combination of consciousness and mental practice. So one mind is a combination of consciousness and mental practice. So this mind, it performs like the evil action. And as soon as they arise, they dissolve. And when they dissolve, they leave behind their potential property in the mental state that we call karma. So you have to understand the 2 words here. So what is this ignorance and what is this karma? So I'm trying to explain to you about that first. Actually, you learn these in our previous teaching already. So now I will describe about karma and how karma varies out in chapter 5. We already finished that. So if I ask you, can you answer what is karma? Very important to know what is karma. So that's what I have done. That you may have forgotten. You may have forgotten. So we say karma is volitional action. Volitional action is karma. Karma is action. And not ordinary action. So that volition or intention. If you unintentionally you step on some ants, you kill them. They do not develop up to the karma. They will send you to hell. Only volitional action will produce that karma that will send you to the vocal state when you die. So that's why we say it is volitional action. So karma is the action. Now, we can perform actions in 3 ways. So what are the bodily actions? With our body, like killing, stealing, sexual misconduct are performed by body. So we say these 3, the evil bodily actions, we say. And the 4 evil speeches, like lying, slandering, and the harsh speech, like using abusive language, and then the vain talk. So these are the evil speeches. So they can develop the karma, volition karma, that will send you to the vocal state. So you have to be very careful. So these are performed by the verbal action, we say, by the body. So we have bodily action, verbal action. Verbal action means the speech. And also mental action. Mental action. So in the mental evil action, we have 3. 3 evil mental actions. So what everyone will know. So you don't know the 10 evil actions also. There is there's the basic thing in life that you have to know it. You have to know it. So when you learn Abhidhamma now, we are always about to finish it. And when somebody asks you what is karma, you don't know, it's quite a shame. So when you know what is the evil action, you don't know, it's quite bad. So if you don't know what is good and what is bad, just like the Socrates, the father of the philosophy. So he said it is most important in life to know what is good and what is bad. So if everyone knows definitely what is good and what is bad, nobody will turn his back towards the good and do the bad things. And Socrates, he admitted he didn't know what is good and what is bad. He didn't know, he said. He is trying to find what is good and what is bad. If he knows what is good, then he believed, he said, I will get all the benefits of that good things. So if you know the bad things, you can avoid them. If you know the good things, you can follow them. So that you get great benefits by just doing it. That is the basic Buddhist practice. To avoid evil actions and to do the good things. That is the basic thing. So the 3 evil mental actions, we say covetousness. Covetousness stands for that lobha, greed. Because you are very greedy, you want to get, you plan, you plot to get others' properties illegally. Not just like by cheating, by stealing or something like that, you are plotting. Even while you are plotting, you are developing immoral mind. That lobha, not regulated consciousness, lobha, mula, chitta. Then they will produce evil karma, and you can be, you'll be born by this karma. You'll be born in the vocal state and you die. So just by the thought, you develop this karma that will send you to the evil state. And the second one is we call evil. Evil actually stands for this dosa. The second one is dosa. Dosa. Dosa is anger and evil. So evil means you plot or you plan to destroy the life and the property of others. Just like if you have many cockroaches or many ants in your house, how to destroy them? If you're plotting, planning, I will buy when some invade site and try to spray them and kill them, even blocking, you are already developing evil karma. That can send you to the whole state. And the third one, the third, the mental, the action is the wrong view. Miccha Ditti, the wrong view. So the wrong view means you do not understand what is karma and result. And you think there is no such thing as karma and result. Then if you think there is no karma, so we say you have the wrong view. You have the wrong view. And that wrong view is the most serious evil action, the Buddha said. Because if you have that wrong view, you will perform more evil action very easily. You will kill the mosquito, the ants, the fish, so very easily when you don't know that. So when you know karma and result, you will not do it. You will not kill anymore. So that evil action is the worst one. So these are the 10 the evil actions. Just we abstain from them. You have the chance to strike the mosquito. But because the mosquito is biting you very painfully, so you are angry, so you want to kill it. Now we say you have just taken 5 precepts. That means, Vanati Pata Vidam Nisika Vidam Samadhyami, I will abstain from killing. So you said, I should maintain my morality, my sila, so you let it go. So when you let go that mosquito that is biting you, during that time you develop moral minds by brilliance. The moral mind is actually this Mahakusala Cheta, the great moral consciousness before that. And you may ask, why just abstaining? You don't do anything. How can you get the good merit? So you don't know, so only the Buddha, he knows the walking of the mind. So he says, when you can let go your enemy without causing any harm, they can go to live happily with his wife and children. So at that time, you have very beautiful mental factors arising in you. So those beautiful mental factors is the opposite of this anger. So anger, hatred, evil, the opposite. The opposite is no anger, no hatred, no evil. So that means you are not angry. Even the mosquito bites you very painfully, you are not angry. So that means you practicing tolerance. So dosa means also tolerance. Tolerance or patience, forbearance, one of the most beautiful quality that we have. The Buddha admired it. This is one of very beautiful quality. So if you are practicing the tolerance, you are observing morality, sila, you have very good sila. So, and because of that you have moral mind. And another day, you forgive your enemy. Though he bites you very painfully, now you tolerate and you forgive it. Just like Jesus Christ said, forgiveness is divine. Forgiveness is divine. So that means forgiveness is the quality of the God who can excuse the people who commit the sin. So God will excuse you. Something like that. Actually, we believe Jesus Christ is teaching only Buddhism. He is teaching Buddhism actually. So we have the books, some books, so written by, one is written by a Russian scholar, and also there are several books. So when Jesus Christ was 12 years old until he was 30 years old, he disappeared. He disappeared, and the Christians did not teach about it. Where Jesus Christ at that time, they never talk about it. Because those books, they have evidences, very good evidences. Jesus Christ was imam in the Tibetan So he can even develop the jhana and supernormal power. Then he asked permission from his teacher to let him go to Israel to teach this religion. So his teacher also has supernormal power in you. Don't go, you will be killed. He said, I don't matter, I don't worry. They may kill me, but I like to go and teach. Then if you want to go to teach, you just teach loving kindness. So what Jesus Christ is teaching is just loving kindness. No, that is the teaching of the Buddha actually. So like they say in the First Testament, no, they have the writing, an eye for an eye, an ear for an ear. So that means if somebody blinds you, let that man be blinded again. So, but now Jesus Christ taught, if somebody slapped you on the right cheek, down the left cheek, let him strike again here. If he asks for your shirt, give the man else as well. So that is the teaching of Buddha actually. No? So that is forgiveness is divine. Very beautiful quality. And then when you let it go and let it be happy with his family, then it is called loving kindness. So these are the most beautiful qualities in a person. The most quality, what qualities. So you may not regard the Buddha as the religious teacher. You may just regard him as I wrote here in the back. What he taught is ultimate science. He says, ultimate science. Just like science. Like scientists, they are trying to find out the natural laws, and then they teach this as science, and using these natural laws, then you can invent like any technology, just like building the spaceship, etc. So the same thing Buddha is teaching is only natural truth, only natural laws, and only natural truth. Nothing is invented by him. Nothing is invented by him. So his teaching is very beautiful, we say, because it contains both principles and practicals, just like science. So we may like to say, oh, the teaching of the Buddha is very scientific, but that is not correct, because Buddhism arises much earlier than modern science. That is 2,000 years ago, 2,600 years ago, when the Buddha appeared. So modern science appeared only in the year 2000. To the 20th century, 2,000 years. Only then we get the modern science. So would you say, oh, science is very Buddhistic? That is not correct. Because the Buddha leads the way actually. So all his teaching here, what he said here now, nobody can tell you why you are born. Just like in my book, here I give you like the great Russian writer, Leo Tolstoy. So he is one of the greatest writers because he attained the Nobel Prize by his famous novel, War and Peace. And he is regarded as a philosopher. And he said, now when I became old, I thought very seriously about our life. Why are we born? How are we born? Why are we alive? What should we do in life? What is the purpose of life? So what will happen after death? Shall we be born again? Or shall we not be born again? So he said, these are very important questions. Very important questions. But I cannot find the answer. So I feel that the place I'm standing collapsed. So he even stated like that. That's correct. As according to my knowledge, nobody knew why we are born. How we are born. So those, like some religion, they thought that, oh, they are Almighty God, they create all living beings. science, according to them, only matter energy exists in the universe. So matter energy can neither be created nor destroyed. That is the greatest, the basic scientific law. And scientists, according to their evidences, for example, the research of the pasture, the scientists, the French scientists who invented the pasteurization process. So they found that light must come from light. Light must come not from light. It cannot be created just taking the handful of us. May there be a man. That cannot be. According to science, that cannot be. That's not natural. Not natural at all. So actually, nobody can answer why we are wrong. So when the Buddha he came here, he said he could see this very clear. And now you meditate. If you undertake vipassana, you can see this causal relation by yourself. You can see your past existences. And you will see what you have done in your past existence, and the karma produce one of that good karma, produce present existence. You can see that. So these are verified statements, verified truths actually. So these are we say the truths, the natural truths concerning with the mind. So the mind is not known by anyone. By anyone up till now. Nobody knows the mind, what really is the mind. So now the Buddha, he knows in detail. So because of that, we call it ultimate science. Okay.
咁咧，我哋頭先咧就講呢個第一緣啦，緣無明，有呢個行生起啦。咁咧無明咧，教授咧就想解釋啦，點解無明，咩係愚痴咧？如果我哋唔明白佢係乜嘢咧，我哋冇辦法去繼續講落去嘅，講起呢個緣起法嘅。咁摩下咧，我哋由第一課已經開始學啦，就係不善法啦，其中之兩個心啦。咁咧，但係咧，其實我哋知道咧，佢係所有不善法嘅領袖嚟嘅。咁同埋咧，係成個存在嘅空間咧，全宇宙咧，所有不善法嘅領袖，因為無明咧，先至有咁多嘢發生嘅。咁咧，當我哋咧做不善法嘅時候咧，我哋嘅心入邊咧就有大量嘅呢個不善心生滅緊嘅。咁所謂不善法咧，不外乎係我哋嘅心同埋心所咧。佢生起即刻滅去，生起即刻滅去，咁咧就大量咁樣去發生呢啲嘢咧，好快脆啦。咁當一個不善心同埋心所一齊生滅嘅時候咧，佢消失咗啊！但係咧，佢喺我哋嘅意識流入邊咧，留咗一啲潛能做咗一啲工作，咁咧就有留低一啲種子啦，令到佢咧會將來咧就因緣成熟嘅時候咧，會有結果嘅。咁我哋講咧，成日講卡瑪啦，或者業啦，業係乜嘢咧？咁其實我哋阿毗達摩之前咧有成好大部分係講關於業啦、卡瑪啦。咁頭先個教授問係乜嘢？咁好似冇人出聲嘅，但我知道唔係唔識。咁教授咧就呢度講多次咧，其實卡瑪咧。就係咧，我哋蓄意作出嘅行為即係我哋作意去做嘅一啲嘢。咁作意做嘅嘢咧，就係會有一啲，即係我哋做咗業啦，就會有果報嘅。咁做咗啲乜嘢嘢咧？做咗嘅嘢咧係有三部分咧，亦即係我哋嘅身口意三樣嘢嘅。咁唔係話行為淨係身體上面嘅行為啦，可能我哋講嘅嘢啦。甚至係我哋嘅心動念生起咧，蓄意咁樣諗咧，都會係有果報嘅，即係都係作咗業嘅。咁跟住咧，教授頭先又考大家啦，乜嘢係不善法咧？咁如果譬如咧，如果我哋唔小心，即係無意踩死一隻螞蟻，咁咧其實咧就係冇作業嘅，因為我哋冇蓄 做呢樣嘢嘅。但係咧，如果我哋係即係特登去做啦，譬如想食蟹啊、即係龍蝦啊、出嚟湯咧，咁呢個咧就係做咗惡業啦、殺生嘅業啦。咁我哋十惡業咧係好重，即係大家要知道咩係善業，咩係不善業咧係好重要嘅。咁因為咧，即係古希臘嘅一個哲學家咧，蘇格拉底咧有講過，佢話咧，即係如果我哋乜嘢係善咧同埋不善咧係最重要嘅，因為如果我哋唔知嘅話咧，根本就即係冇一個做咩嘢都即係蒙查查咩嘢都唔知嘅。咁乜嘢係不善咧？咁咧我哋頭先咧前5戒嘅時候都知道我哋有啲咩嘢係唔好做㗎啦。咁咧行為上面咧就有殺生啦，係不善業啦；偷盜啦，同埋係邪淫啦，都係不善業嘅。咁喺語言上面咧有4樣嘢係不善業啦。咁就係話咧兩舌啦、妄語啦、過口啦，同埋綺語嘅。咁呢4樣嘢咧夾埋頭先嗰3個咧7樣嘢嘅。咁身口意係我哋嘅心理活動上面咧，心入邊有啲咩嘢係不善嘅咧？係一定係惡業咧。咁就有3樣嘢嘅。第一樣嘢咧就係好強嘅貪欲，呢個係第一個不善啦。第二咧就係嗔啦、嗔恚啦。咁我哋譬如憤怒啊，或者好嬲怒啊、好憎啊，或者惡意啊，呢係第2類啦。第3咧就係邪見。咁邪見咧可以講咧係呢個心可以由我哋嘅心入邊生起嘅不善業嘅咧係最差㗎啦。咁我哋嬲人都可能過去，即係會唔嬲，或者憎人都會唔憎。但係咧邪見咧係冇辦法移除嘅。譬如我哋覺得如果我哋冇一個正見係知道善有善報惡有惡報咧，可能我哋覺得去殺生冇問題啊，冇果報嘅，令自人痛苦冇問題啊，即係人不為己。咁呢啲邪見咧反而咧令到一個人咧會無慘，一啲慚愧心、一啲畏懼心都冇嘅去做啲不善業嘅。所以呢個邪見咧可以講咧係最大問題㗎啦。咁所以咧呢個10惡業咧，大家都要好清楚啦。咁相反嚟講咧，係乜嘢係善咧？咁亦都係講係呢個10惡業嘅相反啦。例如咧，我哋守5戒啦。咁我哋守5戒，咁頭先教授咧就舉例講，頭先有隻蚊咬我，嬲起上嚟想打佢，但係一諗起我頭先啱啱即係中咗戒，我不殺生，咁唔打啦，唔打佢咧，咁即係當我哋即係冇去制止自己去殺生嘅時候咧，咁呢個善業咧就係我哋身上心入邊咧大量生起啦。咁我哋咧唔去鬧人啦，唔妄語啦，或者我哋唔偷盜啦等等咧，其實咧就係做咗好多。當我哋唔做惡業嘅時候咧，我哋做咗善業嘅。咁教授亦都講咧，其實咧我哋嘅有陣時我哋嬲或者貪或者點樣咧，係想去傷害，做出一啲傷害嘅嘢，令到自己舒服，譬如打死隻蚊啊點等等。但係當我哋唔做嘅時候咧，我哋做緊咩咧？我哋收集緊安忍同埋忍辱。咁呢樣嘢咧係最高嘅美德嚟嘅。佛陀講咧，呢個忍辱係最高嘅美德嚟嘅。咁亦都係我哋嘅慈心嘅一個即係亦都係我哋慈心嘅一部分啦。咁另外一個美德咧就係寬容啦、包容啦、原諒人啦。咁當我哋就算有人傷害咗我哋都可以唔去做出一啲傷害其他對方嘅反應啦，或者動作啦。咁其實咧，除咗安忍之後咧，我哋唔淨止可以忍，我哋仲可以唔再嬲佢，唔記仇，甚至咧可以明白佢哋咁做。咁所以咧呢個包容咧、寬恕咧係更加難得嘅。咁教授頭先舉例咧，就係呢個基督教嘅耶穌基督咧，咁佢咧就成日都講要寬恕人哋啦，同埋愛所有嘅人啦。咁頭先教授就講咧，即係我唔知佢幾認真啦。佢講其實耶穌基督就喺度收集緊佛法，咁樣咧點解咧？佢就話咧我頭先唔係好聽清楚，就話有一個俄國人咧就做咗個研究，就話耶穌咧唔知係10幾歲至到20幾 收集。咁樣咧就收集完之後咧，就收咗佛法啦。咁佢向世人宣説嘅嘢咧，都係慈悲同埋安忍啦，同埋寬恕啦。咁呢都係佛陀所教嘅嘢嘅。咁教授咧繼續講咧，佛陀咧所教嘅嘢咧，其實都係自然法嚟嘅，佢冇發明任何嘢。不過咧就將自然嘅法則咧，就係宣示俾世人啫。咁同埋咧，佛法咧係好，即係我哋講科學法啦。咁教授認同啦，似即係同科學方法相似咧，就係話咧佢既有理論又有實際嘅，即係你可以證明佢嘅。咁所有科學嘢咧都係喺實驗室或者喺多個地方，只要有咁樣嘅條件咧，都可以證明係啱㗎啦。咁所以佛法係一樣嘅。咁教授講咧，除咗我哋講理論咧，所有講嘅嘢咧，其實我哋親身都可以，每個人都可以去親證嘅。咁所以咧就科學法啊，但係咧教授咧跟住就講啦，其實咁樣講係好唔啱嘅，因為咧佛法咧、佛教咧、佛陀教嘅法咧係早過呢個科學、現代科學咧好多年嘅。咁所以咧應該講咧科學咧係佛法。佛教化嘅，唔應該講佛教咧係科學化嘅，咁所以咧，咁佢即係咁樣認為啦。咁跟住咧，佢咧就講咧，佢話蘇聯咧俄國以前有一個文學家啦或者思想家啦叫托爾斯泰嘅，咁佢咧就提出咗好多人都知道佢啦，咁佢得諾貝爾獎啦，係佢嘅著作《戰爭與和平》好出名啦，咁佢咧就等佢年紀老年嘅時候咧，就提出一啲問題咧，係每個人都會面對嘅，就係人生嘅意義係乜嘢咧？咁我哋嘅生命由邊度嚟？咁又去邊度咧？死咗之後係去邊度咧？但係托爾斯泰咧係諗唔到答案嘅。佢因為諗唔到答案，所以佢講佢成個生命，佢嘅生命係佢嘅生命建立起嘅地方咧，其實咧係成個淪陷嘅，因為咧佢根本就唔知道，即係支持佢生命嘅意義係乜嘢，點解會有生命？所以呢個咧係一個對於佢嚟講咧，佢冇答案嘅，但係對於我哋嚟講咧係有答案嘅，因為咧對於現代科學嚟講咧，只有物質嘅世界咧，物質嘅世界不外乎係物質同埋呢個能量啦，只有兩樣存在嘅。但係咧，佢哋咧就唔知道生命係邊度嚟啦，咁又去邊度嘅？咁咧，但係有啲科學家咧，亦都研究咧，生命咧係嚟自生命嘅。咁其實咧，對於佛教徒嚟講，或者對於修習佛法嘅人嚟講咧，呢個答案係好簡單嘅。只要你去修毗婆舍那咧，修呢個內觀咧，你就可以睇到生命由邊度嚟，點解有啲嘢會發生，會睇到呢個緣起法。會睇到因果關係，睇到我哋身心當下嘅因果關係，我哋亦都知道自己嘅生命點解會咁樣。咁所以咧，科學唔可以講俾我哋聽嘅係關於我哋嘅心嘅嘢。咁咧呢個佛法咧就可以講俾我哋聽，甚至都可以講點解我哋嘅心係咁樣，佢係點樣去心理嘅所有現象咧，我哋都可以喺理論同埋實修上面咧知道嘅。
So I regard this very good translation, so I do understand. Because some of you I have the figure is explaining, but thank you for the translation. Now, not to know, not this word, for example, not the rebirth producing volition and karma formations. You have to understand what is karma. You have to understand what is karma. And if you know this karma in the result, the Buddha said you have the right view. The right view, so the opposite of the wrong view. So that right view must be your guiding star in life. Not the guiding torch, not the guiding star in your life. Only then you will live very correctly, without causing any harm to any living beings. So you will live very nobly and very beneficially, and you will be reborn in this world and So I think I have to explain this karma so that you understand it. Now if I ask you, now we have three, the action, bodily action, verbal actions, and mental actions, three types of actions. Who performs this action? So you will say, I perform the action, you perform the action. But the Buddha said, I, you do not exist. So the Buddha, he tried to find out what really brings about this action. So now I will tell you an illustration. Now a mosquito is biting you in the forehead. So you feel very painful, and you know a mosquito is biting you. So as you love yourself so much, as soon as you become painful, you become angry. You become angry. As soon as you become angry, anger-rooted consciousness. Dosa, mula, cita, all right. And that anger, dosa, is the most destructive element, the Buddha said. Now anger demands. We must kill this mosquito. It's biting me very painfully. But the anger itself cannot bring about the killing action. The Buddha said it is the volition. The volition is a mental factor, a neutral mental factor that associates with all the mind. Now with this volition, in Pali we call cetana, remember? Not cetana. So this volition, cetana, when it associates with anger, dosa, it becomes angry volition. So it is that volition that sets the intention. We must kill this mosquito. It sets the intention. Then it prompts, persuades, it acts on. It's concomitance. Concomitance means the consciousness and mental factors that arise together with it. When you have anger-rooted consciousness, there are the 20 mental factors associated with that anger-rooted consciousness. Now the volition, including volition. So volition prompts them. Now do your respective function to kill the mosquito. So our consciousness. So it produces mind-born materiality. And that mind-born materiality is the one that really moves your hand. So all in science they say the brain gets the command. So the muscle contracts, so you move the hand. That is only part of the story. So by science they don't know that the mind is producing the mind-born materiality. Materiality, according to the Buddhism, cannot go. It arises here, it dissolves here. Because its lifespan is very short. Arise, dissolve, arise, dissolve. So as it moves there, and then you strike the mosquito dies. Now, who killed the mosquito? Now, if you say the hen, you kill the mosquito, the hen will say, I cannot move. If you just put me down, I will just stay here. Now the consciousness moves me, so I don't know what I'm doing. Because consciousness is moving me. Then you say, oh, the hen, you are not the killer. Consciousness, you move the hen, you kill the mosquito, you are the killer. So consciousness would say, I am just conscious of or aware of the mosquito bite. The mosquito is biting me. I am aware of only that. I have no intention to kill the mosquito. Now because volition tells me, prompts me, to swing the head, I swing it. So who is the real killer? So you can see it is volition. So why you are killing the mosquito? Now we say consciousness, that is the mind actually. When we say consciousness cannot arise alone. It has to be associated with mental factors. So actually the mind. Now the minds arise and dissolve by 1 trillion, 1,000 billion, even in one snap of the hand. So while you are smashing, two snaps, there will be 2,000 billion. So the anger-rooted mind minds arise during that time. And the volition that associate with each mind. There are 2,000 million volition. So they are performing this skillful action by prompting all these constant. Now you keep on producing your hand, moving and feel. So these 2,000 billion the volition are actually doing the skillful action, the Buddha said. Because the skillful action is accomplished by the job, by the work of the volition. So the Buddha identifies volition with action. So he said, "Oh man, I call volition karma, the action." He identifies it. So you understand now. The action is done, performed, accomplished by volition. Without volition, this action will not arise. Because volition arises, that action arises. So the Buddha identifies volition and action. So he says, it is volition that I call karma. Karma means the action. And that's why we say volition is also called the karma, not the karma that brings about the action. And these 2,000 million volition and the mind, as soon as they arise, they dissolve. But when they dissolve, they leave behind their potential energy in the mental stream. So when we say the mental stream, the mind arises and dissolve, and that volition, its property is transmitted to the next arising mind. So now this volition in this mind and also that karma property are transmitted to the next arising mind when they dissolve. And then the karma of this new the mind together with the two previous karma are transmitted to the next mind. So that means the mind arises and dissolve very quickly. And these karma properties are always transmitted from mind to mind. So they remain in our mental state. Just like we put the data into the computer, so it remains in the computer. So you can transmit this data, you can print out thousands of CDs. So transmitted all these CDs, but so still the karma is still there. So there are two types of karma. The volitions are called the karma, and the Buddha he called it conditioned karma. The volitions are called conditioned karma because they arise together with the mind and perform the action. And then their property, the karma property that is left in the mental state, is called asynchronous karma. Because they arise at one time, they will produce their result in the next time. Not at the same time. And because of that, it's called the asynchronous karma. So this is it agrees with the scientific law. Like again in science we say, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. You can use energy to perform action, but that energy must not be lost. It is converted into another form. So now, if I use energy to raise this up, so that energy is not lost. It is now here in this as potential energy. If I drop it, so it falls down. It changes into kinetic energy. So energy is not lost. It's just transformed from one form to another. So the same thing here. This volition, their property, deposited here. And this karma property, it functions like the seeds, like plant seeds. From a mango seed, you get a mango tree bearing mango fruits again. And from a, say, the apple seed, you get apple tree bearing apple fruits. So the same thing we say, when you perform an evil action by killing a fish or mosquitoes, billions of bad karma are deposited in a mental stream. They are always in the mental stream. And they will pass by from one life to a life. So that means they always follow you, and they will bear result as soon as whenever they have the result, whenever they have the chance to bear result. So just like a mango seed can give us a mango tree and bear mango fruits again. The same thing is the bad karma will produce a new existence. One karma will produce a new existence in the vocal state. In the vocal state. And just like you kill, you have to be killed. You have to be killed. But as there are billions of bad karma, you will be born not only one existence, but many billions existence. So that means you will be killed in many million existences. And that's why the Buddha said, don't kill other living beings. So you can see the beauty of the teaching of the Buddha. It is very scientific, very scientific. No other religions know of this. So in there they say, animals are created by God for the use of human being. You can kill them, you can use them. So very cruel. If you can kill the like the cows, the bullocks that work for you, that give you milk, and they work for you to get rights, etc. And they are our benefactors. Now you kill them and you eat them. What that be? It is you call it justice. So what you call it justice? It is not very cruel, very unjust actually. Like in the case of the Buddha, all living beings have the right to live. Every living being loves itself most. Every living being is very afraid to die. You are afraid to die. And now you kill other living beings. That is not just, the Buddha said. Because of this injustice, when you die, you will be born in hell. And you have to be killed a billion times in hell. So that is how karma is operating. It is not controlled by any Almighty God. It is a natural law, a natural process. Even the Buddha is the most powerful person in the whole universe, in the whole 31 planes of existence. All those Brahmas have to pay homage to the Buddha. But he cannot stop the operation of this bad karma. So this is a natural law. So the Buddha has to pass away. That is a natural law. So if you say, the Buddha will live forever, so it will be against the natural law. So the Buddha didn't teach like that. So he said, everything is impermanent. So when he says it is impermanent, if he is permanent, so his teaching would be wrong. So that is what we say about this karma. Just like the bad karma are produced by billion. Now you are listening to the Dhamma. So during those listening, you are suppressing the lobha, dosa, moha, not to arise in your mind. So now you are developing moral minds, we say, by 1,000 millions, every step of the hand. So you have a moral, you get the moral karma by billions every second, we say. So if you listen attentively, energetically, your karma will be very strong. So if you listen not very interestingly, your karma will be very weak. Very weak. Okay, this is good. 咁所以咧，教授講咗咁耐咧，就係解釋咩叫靈生業。
定身業咧，其實咧就係講咧，佢先解釋點解我哋要明白呢個定身業，點樣明白業，就係話咧，教授咧就講咧呢個正見咧係應該作為我哋人生嘅指南嚟嘅，我哋做每一樣嘢咧應該都有呢個正見嘅。因為如果冇正見咧，我哋咧就一定做錯嘅，一定即係做出惡業咧就自己有惡報。咁呢個就係佛陀就唔想我哋咁樣先至開始佛法，所以呢個正見咧就好重要。咁呢個業咧亦都係正見一部分啦。咁所以教授咧就花時間解釋呢個業係乜嘢啦。咁佛陀講咧，佢話當我哋殺生嘅時候咧，或者做惡業嘅時候咧，邊個喺度做惡業啊？如果我哋殺生，邊個喺度殺生啊？我哋喺度殺生，咁就錯啦，因為冇我嘛，又冇你嘛，又冇他嘛，咁係邊個咧？咁呢個故事我哋好多人都聽過啊，就係講咧，如果咧有隻蚊咧叮我哋，咁啊好痛或者好痕啊，好痛先啦。咁當好痛嘅時候咧，我哋咧本能咧就係想怕痛，想同埋咧咬我咁衰添。咁因為自我呢個自我為中心有自我咧，我哋咧就想啪一聲打死佢，咁打死咗咯。咁打死咗之後咧，咁我哋分析呢個過程，頭先教授就話邊個打死隻蚊？咁一定係我打死啦，係嘛？咁咧但係即係答案就唔係咁簡單啦。首先咧，我哋分析咧就係蚊叮啦。咁咧因為我哋呢個自我咧，啲自愛咧就痛咧，我哋就有親心生起啦。你有似你咬我添，咁樣呢個親心咧係呢個宇宙間最大，即係毀壞力係最大嘅嘢啦。咁呢個親心咧就會叫呢個心咧就話：哇，咬你喎！咁樣點樣可以忍得啊？殺咗佢。咁樣呢個心咧聽到呢個親心所咁樣講喎。咁呢個心生起就有親心啦。咁呢個時候咧，呢個我哋嘅思心所咧，呢個 Chitana 咧，呢度上面有寫咧，其實佢咧就係我哋嘅遍一切心所，每一次嘅心生起都會有佢嘅。咁佢有呢個親係背景咧，就話嬲嘅時候咧，佢就想屋企殺咗佢。咁當呢個思心所咧決意要殺佢嘅時候咧，佢點咧？佢要指揮嘛。我哋以前學過呢個思心所咧係領袖嚟噶嘛，咁佢就指揮啊，呢個統籌就講個心話殺佢。咁呢個心咧就分泌一啲，即係令到呢個身心識咧，我哋記得身表識咧，即係令到身體喐動咧，就用個手去打佢啦，唔可以用腳打佢。咁就揾個手咧最方便咧，就拍死佢。咁咧，但係咧，我哋嘅身心識咧係剎那生滅好快嘅。咁頭先教授咧就有即係用手嚟舉例啦，咁我都學翻佢啦，即係話，咁呢個心表咧就話嗰個思心所叫佢殺喐嘅時候咧，佢就喐一喐，但係嗰個身心識咧當下就滅啦，佢心即刻滅啦，無論係幾多嚟講，佢停咗喺度喎。咁點咧？你如果唔叫佢喐，佢就一係停，一係垂低落嚟嘅咯喎。咁其實大量嘅呢個思咧就執行呢樣嘢，繼續喐，繼續殺，其實係好快嘅。我哋可能睇唔到，因為我哋嘅心覺係睇唔到，係咁短時間有幾多思心所生起嘅。咁咧隻手咧，即係抬起一下咧，佢講有200億咁多個思心所生起嘅，你執行呢個任務，直接拍死咗佢。咁拍死咗佢之後咧，咁呢個問題咧就係話咧，邊個殺咗佢咧？咁咧就話最緊要啦，兇手就隻手係咪先？有血噶嘛，拍死條蚊。咁咧但係咧個手就話唔係我喎，我原本唔係喐嘅喎，係有人叫我喐，我個心叫我喐。個心話冇理由啦，我淨係得個知字啫喎，我就知道疼啊，又知道嬲啊，咁但係我係好似有人叫我去即係製造呢個心心識嘅。咁其實咧罪魁禍首咧，佛陀講咧就係我哋嘅思心所啦，亦都係我哋頭先講呢個蓄意 去做一樣嘢嘅呢個心動念啦，或者我哋嘅即係我哋嘅思心所嘅。咁所以佛陀講咧，呢個思心所呢個思咧就係業啦。其實咧，我哋講身口意咧，其實頭先殺生咧係一個身行啦，即係身體嘅動作啦。但係咧，其實咧佢個罪魁禍首咧係我哋個呢個chaitana呢個心嘅。咁雖然咧咁教授咧跟住咧就講咧，其實咧一個心生起嘅時候咧，即係一個思心所生起嘅時候咧，佢做咗兩種業嘅。當下咧佢咧就令到啦一個思心所咧，佢係同個心生滅，即生即滅嘅，生完就完㗎啦。但係咧佢完咗之後咧，即係譬如佢想去殺生呢樣嘢停咗，但係咧下一個咧佢直接影響下一個再生起嘅呢個心嘅。如果係好強嘅時候咧，咁佢將佢嘅潛力咧就傳俾下一個，咁直接影響下一個，咁下一個心咧嘅思心所咧繼續去殺生嘅，繼續進行呢個動作嘅。咁所以咧呢個第一個業咧做嘅咧就叫具身業緣，做具身業啦。咁但係咧佢除咗係有陣時咧，我哋佢除咗咧去即刻影響下一個咧，或者即刻做咗一啲嘢之後咧，譬如佢叫個心去做一啲動作啦，呢個係即刻嘅果報，即刻已經有一啲嘢做咗出嚟啦。但係除此之外咧，佢仲有第二重嘅業嘅，就係咧唔係即刻發生嘅嘢，呢個叫 asynchronized karma。我唔知係咪，我唔知嗰個班裡面啱唔啱啦，因為頭先寫唔切。但係中文咧叫二叉啦業，二叉啦業。咁呢個咧就係我哋遲啲學發趣法嗰陣時咧，第13個業緣嘅時候咧會詳細解釋嘅。咁呢度咧我都解釋唔掂嘅。咁頭先咧總之佢提咗咧就係話咧，我哋數以每一個200億咁多個思心所，咁可能完成咗一個行為。咁呢個行為咧已經作咗業，但係咧佢本身200億咁多嘅呢個心咧，除此之外咧，佢仲播咗200億咁多粒種子嘅。咁200億咁多粒種子咧，可能係2秒之中咧，咁可能咧佢播咗種就係完㗎咯喎。咁因緣成熟嘅時候咧，佢會成熟嘅，咁會有果報嘅。譬如殺生咧，咁可能係俾人殺啦。咁或者投生嘅時候咧，去臨死嘅時候咧，呢啲成熟嘅時候咧，我哋可能去投生去惡道嘅。咁但係咧，你諗下，我哋唔係我哋個心產生咗咁多個不善心，200億咁多喎，可能1-2秒鐘。咁呢200億咁多樣嘢咧，都會每樣嘢都有佢嘅果報嘅。咁所以咧，教授咧就講咧，千祈唔好殺生。咁咧點解咧？佢話首先咧，即係每一個眾生咧，無論佢幾大幾細啦，